Morning all. Today we are going to do assignment 3.3 and the topic is application of pressure. First heading, increasing pressure. In this topic we will discuss the cases where we have pressure in increased form. Point number 1, sharp edges. Sharp edges such as knife, blades, scissors, axes, all these have less surface area. Therefore they have more pressure. They have more pressure and less application of force. From where it comes? It comes from the formula for pressure is equal to force upon area. So force is in numerator, so if the value of numerator is small and denominator is big, then the resultant will be more mathematically. Therefore sharp edges with small surface area will apply more pressure on less application of force. Point number 2, pointed tip and broad head. In case of paper pins, nails, needles, thumb pins, what we have seen, actually the shape of the needle is just like that. This is the, what is this? This is the head and this is the tip. So you can see from the figure that the head is broad and the tip is sharp. So what happens when you hammer it on the head? This is point of application of force here on the head, and where it is affecting, where is the pressure acting? Pressure is acting on the tip. So if the tip is very fine, very pointed, then what will happen? It will go easily in the wood or wall or whatever place of piercing we have. So from here we see pointed tip and broad head. So with pressure we will relate pointed tip. So if anything has a pointed tip, it will have less surface area and high pressure. So application of pressure will be high there. Example is paper pins, needles, thumb pins and nails. Now point number 2, decreasing pressure. Again we will use the same formula. Pressure is equal to force upon area. So mathematically what happens is, if numerator is small and denominator is big, what happens? Pressure is increased. Okay, numerator is big and denominator is small, then what will happen? Pressure will increase. But in the other case, if you increase the pressure, if you want to increase the pressure, then force is directly proportional. So on increasing pressure, force on increasing force, pressure will increase. What happens with area? If you increase the area, because it is in numerator, what will happen? It is in numerator, so overall pressure will decrease. Here the area is small, so pressure is more. Here the area is more, so pressure will be less. So case number 1, you have seen that high buildings or whatever buildings you have, you make a base first. After making a base, what you see that the bases are very broad with respect to the building. You have this base, the base is made, it is filled with clay and all concrete materials and stones and bricks. Then above it, this is called foundation. This is called foundation of a building. So in general we see that foundation of building is made broad with respect to the building, so that in case of earthquake or any other disaster, the building will not fall down. Or even because the building is very high, it has lot of materials such as concrete, bricks and these iron inside it, iron rods inside it and so many things. So it has weight also, and anything which has weight exerts pressure. So because due to amount of more weight, because pressure is force upon area and force is mass into gravity, so if mass is more, then pressure is also more. So broad bases of high building have with large surface area to reduce pressure, because pressure is equal to force and force is equal to mass into gravity. So because here building is very high, so mass is increasing. So in order to balance it, your area should also increase, because gravity is constant. So if mass is increasing, so area also has to increase to reduce the pressure. Number 2, heavy vehicles have extra tires to increase surface area. As you have seen, trucks, heavy trolleys. So what is there? They have extra tires in the back wheels. Okay, so what happens, what is the effect of that? Because they are loaded with some or the other material, they are a luggage carrier. So due to the amount of material which is contained in it and transported from one place to another, the mass of the whole truck increases. So if the mass of whole truck is increases, you have to increase the area also. How can we increase the area in the case of a vehicle? By increasing an extra tire to it. So when we increase extra tire, which increases surface area, and if surface area is increased, pressure is reduced on the ground, so that truck is safely moved from one place to another. Number 3, weight of the bridges is maintained by pillars with broad base. Same concept is applied here. You can see the bridge, okay, and these bridges have these bases, so they have broad bases. The bases is very broad and they are very deep inside. So when the base is broad, the whole mass of the bridge will be supported by these pillars only, and because they are deep inside, so they will maintain the weight of this whole bridge. Now, shape, straps and handles of travel bags are broad because these straps are kept on our shoulders. Okay, so because they are kept on our shoulders, if they are thin, then what will happen? Because less surface area will be, then in that case area of contact of straps will be less, so there will be huge pressure on our shoulders, and if there is huge pressure on our shoulders, we'll get tired easily. So in order to decrease that condition, what happens? We have broad bases, broad handles of our travel bags. Next, army tanks. You have seen army tanks, they are having a caterpillar track. There's a, okay, this is the iron track which is there all around their wheels. What happens is, when the wheels rotate, this track also rotates, and it helps to move the tank forward or backward, because the army tanks are made up of iron and they are very huge, they are having enormous weight, and they have to move to like difficult places, marshy areas also, they have to go to hills also, they have to be in a plain also, and they have to be in uneven a village area or mountainous region also. So to overcome that difficult situation, what is done? The army tanks are having caterpillar tracks to improve in order to decrease pressure. Now, wooden sleepers are placed below railway tracks. So here what you see, there are railway tracks, they are made up of irons. What you see, that there are wooden planks which are laid beneath it. So why they are like that? Why the wooden planks are there? This question comes into my mind also when I was a kid. Why these are kept? Because you see that these rail tracks are narrow with respect to these planks. So what happens is, when the train is moving, train is very big, so if it is very big, it will have high mass, and if it will have high or more mass, then it will exert more pressure. So if there is more pressure, there is a chance that these tracks will sink in the ground. To avoid the sinking of these tracks into ground, we should have something. So these planks, what happens when they are laid below the tracks, what happens is, it increases the area of contact. This is area 1, area 2, area 3. So the number of planks are increasing, so area of contact is also increasing, and if area is increasing, from this formula, pressure is equal to force upon area. Area is increasing, so area increases, pressure decreases. Simple. Now the next topic is pressure exerted by liquids. What? By liquids. We have discussed till now, we have discussed about solids. All these cases are of solids, either it is a bridge or a wooden sleeper or a strap of your bag. All these are the cases of pressure exerted by solids. Now activity 3 is given. Now here we have to discuss that liquid exert pressure. To show this, what we will have a test tube which is open at both ends. Okay, so we will have liquid. I have filled the test tube 1 with some liquid, and this is a balloon. Which is tied. What is it? A balloon is tied with a string. And if a balloon is tied to this thing, what happens if I fill water from above, this started bulging out. Okay, now what I'll do, in the same cases I increase height of the liquid column. What I'll do, I will increase the height of the liquid column. I'll increase the amount of water in the test tube. So what I observe that the bulging of balloon increases more. Okay, so if the height of the liquid column is small, the bulging is less. If the height of the liquid column increases, then what we see that the bulging increases. Bulging increases. So what is the conclusion? The conclusion is pressure exerted by liquids is directly proportional to height of the liquid column. This is the height of a liquid column. Capital H is the height of liquid column in case 1 and small h is the height of liquid column case 2. So from both the cases, by observation we see that capital H is smaller than this small h. So from here we infer that pressure is directly proportional to height. That means if I increase the height, okay, so if I want to increase pressure, what I have to do, I have to increase the height. So height increases and pressure also increases. Now next activity is activity 4, which says that liquid exert pressure on the side of a container. This is what? Side means lateral pressure. What we have to discuss now? Lateral pressure. In this regard, we will take a metallic cylinder. This you can see a metallic cylinder. Here there is a balloon which is attached to the lateral side, one side of the cylinder. This is first case where there is no water filled, and this is case 2. What I will do, I'll fill this metallic cylinder with water. What I see, as soon as I filled the metallic cylinder, this balloon on the side started bulging. So what is the observation? Bulging increases with increase in level of water. As we are increasing the level of water in this metallic cylinder, the bulging of balloon increases. From here what we infer? Liquid of level means height. If we increase the height of the liquid, then what will happen? Pressure increases, that is bulging of the balloon increases. Conclusion: liquid exerts pressure on walls of container. What is the conclusion from activity 4? Liquid exert pressure on walls of container. And from here we came to know a new term, which is lateral pressure. Lateral means on the side. Okay, what is lateral? The lateral word, the technical word lateral means side. So the liquid pressure exerted by fluids on the side of vessels. Fluids means we are talking about gases as well as liquids, both. Okay, we're talking about gases and liquids. Now characteristics of liquid. Characteristics means what are the key features, the salient features about liquids, which we will discuss in this class. Point number 1, liquid exert pressure on the walls of container, which we have seen by activity 4. Now second, what is second concept? Second concept is pressure is directly proportional to density of liquid. This symbol directly proportional means if we increase one quantity, then the other quantity will also increases. That means if I want to increase pressure of any liquid, then I have to increase the density of liquid. That means by adding impurities to it, if I add sugar to water, what will happen? The density of the sugar syrup will increase. The amount of sugar increased in that will increase the density of the liquid, and hence the pressure increases. But here I have taken a case of mercury and water. I have taken two different liquids where I know that the density of mercury is more than density of water. Therefore the pressure exerted by the pressure exerted by mercury on the walls of a test tube will be greater than the pressure exerted by water in the same test tube at the same level. The height of the liquid column will be same in both the cases. Then what we infer? We infer that pressure increases with density. So density also increases and pressure also increases. Next is pressure is directly proportional to depth. First case is pressure increases with height, and second point is pressure increases with depth. That means the deeper we move into a sea or a water bodies, the higher pressure we feel on the body. Okay, that means if you want to swim, if you want to dive in water, as far as you are going deeper and deeper, your body has to experience more pressure. That means your blood circulation has to be more high to overcome the pressure of the water which is there due to the enormous amount of water which is around you in case of a river or a sea. Fourth point, same pressure in all direction at same depth. That means if you 4 people are diving in a sea, okay, and they are on the same level, they are in, okay, A, B, C, D, they are on the same level inside water, then what will happen? All these point A, B, C and D will have same amount of pressure on their body, or same amount of pressure which they will feel on it. Point number 5, liquid seeks its own level. That means whatever be the case, okay, if you are filling a test tube or a round bottom flask or a Thirstall funnel, other test tube, if you are filling same amount of water in all these 3, they will have the same level despite of the shape of container. Whatever be the shape of container, liquid will seek its own level in the 3 containers. It does not depend on the shape of container. Last point, liquid pressure does not depend on shape and cross section of vessel. Here you can see the cross section is different, in this case it is different, and the last case it is different, but it does not affect the pressure exerted by the liquid which is filled inside it, and not even it depends on shape of the container. This is all for the day. Have a nice day.